I thought I'd start a new series talking about the various Greyhawk novels that are out there, and I thought I'd start with one of the worst. Today, on Greyhawk Ragnarok. So, for the first in this series of novel reviews, I'm picking one of the worst, and that is Against the Giants by Ru Emerson. This is uh, spoilers. There's going to be spoilers both for the novel and for the modules on which it is based. Um, Basically, well, let me read the back. Vengeance will be served. A village burns while its attackers flee into the night. Enraged, the king of Kaoland orders an aging warrior to lead a band of adventurers on a retaliatory strike. As they prepare to enter the heart of the monster's lair, each knows only the bravest will survive against the odds, against the giants. Um, the back blurb is actually better than the whole rest of the novel. Uh, it's based on G1, G2, G3, the Hill Giants, Frost Giants, and Fire Giants modules way back from the 70s, and it focuses mostly on the Hill Giants series, on the Hill Giants module, and it takes maybe three-quarters of the novel are set there, and then it goes to the Frost Giants, which is just over immediately, and then it goes to the Fire Giants, which is also very perfunctory. The characters are what really sets this up as a bad novel because there is almost no differentiation between the characters. There's like a pair of rangers, and there's a magic user, and there's a fighter, and when you're reading the dialogue, it's impossible to tell who's talking because they are so badly defined. They have um, no characterization at all. They're just cardboard cutouts that are there to do something. The only halfway interesting character is killed right at the beginning, and they have to shove in some plucky kid who's a survivor of the giant raid, and they bring him on the raid into the giants layers for inexplicable reasons. She's like, oh yes, we're going to go to this incredibly dangerous situation. Let's bring this kid along. Oh my god. Hi, everybody. Please help me keep Greyhawk alive by liking this video and subscribing. It really does help. You can also become a member of the channel or support me on Patreon and get early access to my videos, exclusive content, free or at-cost copies of my Greyheim Adventures modules, and more. Thanks, and now back to the show. They come across they rescue a slave. I think he's a magic user, and he's a rescued slave, and it turns out that he just knows everything. Anything that they need to know, he happens to know. He knows the layout of the Frost Giants layer. He knows how to work the teleporters to go from one to the other. He recognizes Eclavidra's handwriting because he was her slave at one point. And it's just way too convenient. It's just Deus Ex Machina. It on steroids. Uh, it's just bafflingly bad. Um, it it's just, I'm literally left speechless by just how bad this novel is. Uh, when you compare it to something like, we're going to be talking about all these novels at some point, but when you compare it to something like Pauly Kidd's novels with the Justicar and so forth, and even some of the other novels, and certainly with Gygax's novels with their very strong, vibrant characterizations, you know who's talking. But this is just it's somebody did this to cash a paycheck. I have never read anything else by Ru Emerson except for her other Greyhawk novel, which we'll get to, which is not nearly as bad as this. But a lot of media tie-ins like Xena and things like that. So this is her bread and butter, this kind of thing. But um, yeah, this one really feels like it was phoned in. The pacing is completely off. Like I say, they spend almost the entire novel in the Hill Giants setting, and that doesn't leave any time for the Frost Giants or the Fire Giants. The big climax at the end with the Clavdra is just nothing. There's nothing there. It's just, oop, we're gonna kill her. Boom, she's dead. And everybody's saved. It's like there's no none of the actual flavor that you get from the modules. Like the modules are actually better and more in depth than the novel, which is weird. And you almost never see that because in a novel you have a lot more space, you have a lot more words to give motivations and things like that. You don't get any of that here. It's just a series of events that happens to get you to the end of the book. Yeah, I mean, for a completist like me, yeah, I have to have one on the shelf. But my God, if you see it in the bookstore, you could pass this one right up. So anyway, hope you like this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you read this? Do you agree with me? Please let me know. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all later.
Thanks for watching today's video. Please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Below you'll find links to my Patreon, which helps make these videos possible. You'll also find the web store where you can buy my books, and my blog where you'll find all sorts of free downloads and other articles. Thanks, and have a great day.